It's the gateway to the Rockies and Banff, Canmore, about 100 kilometers west of Calgary, and site of cross-country skiing in '88. And just west of downtown Calgary, on that road, the Trans-Canada Highway number 1 towards Canmore, is Canada Olympic Park, and we are at Winsport Events Center. Let's get you caught up in what happened this afternoon. It was teams from Pool B, all Manitoba, with Jennifer Jones against Kate Cameron, and Jones trying to rebound after the loss to Holman last night, down by 1, and Jones right away showing her best. Look at this, bang. Moves 2, sits for 3, and she would then roll on to the win over Kate Cameron. And with that puts her into the playoffs. Jones is your winner. Holman looked very good. Picked up a big 5 against Grandy. Inglis wins. Smith wins. That's big for Nova Scotia, because as we look at the standings now, Inglis, with that loss by Kate Cameron, any of the 4 lost teams were eliminated. So we've got 2 in B. Holman, Jones, anyone down to 3 still alive. Tonight, A. Sturmey's the only one in. Other teams down to 3. You want to keep your chances alive just a little more. Don't lose a 4th. And on this Wednesday night, we do say hello, Canada. Welcome back to Calgary. Joe's here. Russ, we'll hear from Kathy momentarily. So our feature is the 4-time defending champion, Kerri Einarson, against Caitlin Laws. And the big question, of course, coming in was when Brianne Harris was deemed ineligible, how would Kristen Karwacki do at lead? Very well, thank you.
And, she had no time to prepare for this role. Might have been a good thing for her. She's been in that support role for the team for years now, knows exactly what everyone needs, playing really well. But my big question was always that front-end dynamic. That duo, it can take years to perfect that dance. Right now, Shannon Burchard's leading, and they're doing great.
As for Caitlin Laws, yes, it's the second year that this team has been together, but we've already told you, last year with all the babies, it was really a merry-go-round. Now this year, 2.0, as she says, they're still learning about each other, learning about their skill sets, and it may be showing in their results and how they play.
I have to think so, Beck. We always look for signs this way or that way, but I think that's what it is. Their drop percentage for the 3 people other than the leader off the charts bad. They're playing very defensively because of it. You can't win playing defensively only in a field like this, and you sure can't beat Team Canada today. So they're going to have to use all the tools. They only used half the set of tools. This team has all the tools, use them.
So it is Team Canada against Manitoba and Laws. That is our feature on this Wednesday night at the Scotties.
Team Laws is a great team. We know that they're going to be gunning for us, and I've played with a couple of them, and we always have really great games against them, so I'm sure that it's going to be a barn burner.
Team Einarson has had so much success at the Scotties, and they're a very talented team, and we know that we have to play our best against them if we want to have a chance at winning.
The 2024 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Scotties Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties. By Home Hardware. Here's how. By PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
4 games on the ice here at Winsport. The only team not playing, Jane DiCarlo, PEI, winless in 7, as we say. Good evening, Kathy.
Well, Stacey Curtis will try to play spoiler tonight as she takes on Alberta's Selena Sturmey, who is trying to run the table at this year's Scotties. And then we have a battle of 4 teams, Vic, at 3-3, and you so want to win. That's Corinne Brown, and she will take on 22-year-old Skylar Ackerman. The other game is Quebec's Laurie St. George, who was off the ice early this morning in a loss. She takes on Krista McCarville, who is likely still reeling after being up 6-1 and then losing to Alberta. Whoever gets a break early in that game may make the difference.
Time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. 4-time defending Canadian champions from the Gimli Curling Club, skipped by Carrie Einarson. There's the big change, of course. Kristen Karwacki, the 32-year-old, now throwing the lead stones. Shannon Burchard, Val Sweeting. Manitoba champions, they're from the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg, skipped by Caitlin Laws and backed up by Kristen McCush, Jocelyn Peterman, and Selena Negevin. Well, we had the draw to the button, and it was extraordinary. I think Russ said these may be 2 of the best draws he's ever seen. Look at this. The difference, you can see it's Canada won the hammer. Val Sweeting was 1.7 centimeters off. Carrie Einarson 6.2, total of 7.9 as they basically covered the pin. So they have the last rock, playing the Red Stones to get us underway on this Wednesday night. The Manitoba lead is Kristen McCush.
That's amazingly low. Even Caitlin, you know, they had a pin and then one just off the pin that looked horrible. That might be the lowest, Vic. Do you remember anything lower than that for a team? 2 draws?
No. Not when it actually, when you would, if you were to take a picture from the top, looked like it was even all the way around. Right? And
Caitlin's did.
Yeah.
Or sorry, yeah.
Sweetings. Vals, yeah. Well, you're close. Wrong name, wrong team. Yeah, that's a great start, Russ.
There goes. Curling now. Mine's great.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Always Shannon.
And where are we? Oh, gosh.
Good.
So that center goes up, and they decide to go the other side.
Good.
All right, keys to the game. Let's start with Team Caitlin Laws.
Well, Laws in order for the first time in a couple of years. They really are in order after the 3 babies. They're finding their niche here now. Their last 2 games, all 4 of them have played very, very well. So play with some confidence here. And then think speed. Selena is 17% lower on draws and hits. Good news is she's hitting pretty well. She has to get that draw percentage up, or Einarson's going to exploit it.
Selena Negevin throwing the 3rd stones for Manitoba. All right, the keys now for Team Canada and Carrie Einarson.
And no surprise this week, Burchard's best. She's top of the table for the seconds, and they can use that to exploit the draw weight struggles that Team Manitoba Laws has had and lock it up. If they can win tonight, they can clinch their playoff berth. This team has been through so much turmoil this week. I'm sure they'd love a day or 2 to recharge.
Keys to the game brought to you by Sponge Towels, Paper Towels. Nothing absorbs like it. And Kathy, you and I had a chance to talk with Shannon Burchard, and she admits, you said, look at, have you turned it up a gear? And she goes, well, are you trying harder? Yeah, maybe. She's trying to pick up a little bit of the piece missed by Harris.
Well, one of the things I noticed is Shannon has always been a great brusher, but when I have watched her, she has really found an additional gear. And she said we're playing with a lot of additional motivation this week. And she admitted that, yeah, she found a gear that she didn't know she had.
10, yep, a little quiet.
But I agree with you that show, it's that dance, as you called it. They were so in tune. Harris and Burchard, and now Karwacki has to come off the bench. But again, you know, by osmosis, she was on the bench the past 3 years as an alternate. She's in all the meetings, so she should know what they want. It's whether she can in fact do it.
And I think the key there is for Kristen, you can never replace a player. You're always going to be your own entity out there, and I don't think she'd ever try to be Brianne Harris. She brings her own thing to the table, and the team morphs as you add someone new. Good judge, Captain.
Yeah. Good sweep.
And hang on to the back. No, spins away.
Well, Krista can curl, and they came with an eyelash of being in this event representing Saskatchewan. So she had a lot of reps in important games too.
Yeah, she played lead for Nancy Martin
I thought 4.5 was close.
in Saskatchewan. Lost that final to the Nutana team from Skylar Ackerman.
Line's good.
It's a costly rollout for Team Canada.
T. Whoa. Back 4.
Manitoba can come around the center line guard. And
Yeah, it's all important though where it stops, right, Joe? I mean,
Just top 8. All
there you go, top 8.
Come on. Yep. All you got. Just top 12. Hard. Come on. Get it in there. Get it in there. Go, 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 go.
Oh dear. So just to the top edge of the 12.
14-6.
Not quite up to speed there yet.
Sorry, Josh. Just could have been a bit more aggressive on the sweep. Yeah. Came off a little. Yeah.
It's a little stagger.
Yep.
It's a guard and one top 12. Wouldn't you even think about going around, Russ? Or not?
Well, you know, the way they drew, the way they drew in the throttle the button, absolutely. But I think it wasn't staggered enough. I think there would have been a run back for Caitlin on the white, on the one that was just thrown.
All right.
And I'm even thinking game plan this end. The centerline guard went up. They didn't go around. They went to the wing. So they're trying to keep it a little bit simple early.
Yeah, probably thinking blank, right? It's just going to be a little tougher now.
No, it's in there, guys. Oh, no, there we go. Thanks.
It's a warm building, as we've told you. It's warm outside. It's going to be warm for the next couple of days here in Calgary. Last evening, Rachel Holman thinking that the surface was maybe getting a little soft. So we'll keep an eye on that. Again, that's get to that adage. If that's going to be the case, first 5, ice is best. That's when you should really go after it.
A little bit.
Overall, Team Merkler's just done an unbelievable job. My concern, talking to a few of the coaches, the rocks were redone yesterday, and it's not the ice they're worried about. Some of the rock, first of all, the rock puck, you throw it out the window from matching them earlier. Now, if you find one and you don't find it till the third end, you're in trouble. So it's up to the teams, and it's fair. Everybody's got to figure out those stones in a hurry.
Just peel it.
Once you resand them, you never quite know. You've got to rethink them.
Hey, Shannon.
Sweeting just clears up the middle.
At the TSN, I said clean, and then it fell back, and then I was like, shit.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, we had it right on the line, and then it just went.
Yeah, it's like the last third of the
right
sheet.
at the hog line, it just went.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Really? Backed up?
Yeah, I heard from some of the teams after the afternoon draw today that it was running really, really straight with peel weight. If anything, falling back a hair. So might be the case tonight for Team Canada.
I think that would be the opposite with sanded stones, but as we talked, they will clip it much less. So maybe it's just the little bit of clipping that's causing it to be straight. They can fix that by clipping a little more.
You heard Carrie Einarson say that she's played with a couple of these Manitoba champions. She's played with Selena Negovan and Kristen McCush. Val Sweeting.
Boy, Val's made a bunch of these soft ones over the years. I find she's getting better at them too.
Top 2 teams, no surprise. Jones and Holman. Good. Now can you hang it in and hang it on?
Okay.
And no.
Didn't come down at all. It feels really good underfoot. Yeah. Feels really good underfoot. I thought it would come down room on it.
There's the comment. Feels really good underfoot. So they.
Pretty true speed. What's it at time?
10-6.
Yeah. I thought if in any other game you leave with that and it's fine. Like, it comes down.
I agree.
So they're learning right up the bat. It's excellent.
Like 3 feet more than draw the button. Like half an 8. Sounds good.
If this come around is made well by Caitlin Laws, you might see Carrie Einarson come around everything, try to generate a skips
Just
2.
like similar to draw the button, like with that I threw.
Yeah, I like what you threw there. Yeah.
chance to dial in these draws that have been elusive.
They dropped their first two, have gone 3-1 since. Early mistakes, says Coach Connor Negavan.
Really sliding. Or T. Full backing.
Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
That's what's hurting them, Vic. They just can't seem to
What was that?
get that feel.
Self-inflicted, huh?
A little bit, yeah. You know, it's not a horrible effort. First shot of the game for the skipper, but
So now going around, Joe, do you go top, try to be shot, as you say skips deuce, or, I mean, if you play to the back, they could freeze on top of you. Where are you going to go here?
Yeah, I thought if they'd made that shot fully buried half in the 8 foot, it would have been a difficult run back. So might as well just try to get your 2 here. But because this shot zone is exposed, you can keep the blank alive here, hit and roll to the wing.
Showed you earlier a 46% hammer conversion, scoring 2 or more with last rock. Karwaki's picked her up. And by it. Oh, they just got it by. Good brush, Karwaki. And enough to hold it up. Is it enough to push it out? No.
Okay, great.
Last year when they won, they were a 52% conversion with last rock.
that's where Val hit and rolled out on the high side. And I think it spooked Carrie Einarson. Very unusual.
Go, 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 go.
They were really close to get it by. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
I'm having a Brad problem. My hand is like.
Give you like a good 6 feet less. Sounds good.
Had to get that started a bit.
Yeah, based on how Val's ran, unless
yeah.
if Val straightened hers, that's why these teams are always sharing the information, and got to be honest with how you threw it.
And to your point, that's Val's left-handed out turn, Carrie's in turn. There's going to be a difference.
Now, if I heard Carrie correctly, complaining a little bit about a sweaty hand.
Go, Kristen,
When we were doing our hellos and welcoming, you and I both looked at each other and went, holding the microphone because of the heat in here. So, I mean, how careful do you have to be holding a stone in the handle when your hand is a little bit wet, sweaty?
Very careful. Yeah, that last 2 feet of the slide when you're putting the rotation on the rock, if there's a bit of moisture on the hand that can catch it, and I think that might have been what happened to Carrie. Just went a little over the top.
Okay.
Yeah, very unusual throw for her.
Release.
There's a chance to put a bit of pressure on Team Canada,
like
but
I had to throw them like that before, so I can just kind of more attack them.
Yeah. Got it.
if that's ever fully buried, you're forcing a precise draw first end. But
First end, right.
Is it just a hit for one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he could throw it hard enough to make the double roll out.
Control. Turn. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Turn. Clean. Oh, just clean. Clean. Just clean. 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 Yep. 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 Clean. Nice. Yep. 10. You're good.
Karwacki on the rush. There you go. Very nice. But right from stone one. Team Canada off just a little bit, and they're forced here in the first. It's the time of the week where you start to look at the standings, and it's all important, of course. In this format, the two pools of 9, only 3 teams will advance. We know that Holman and Jones, who advanced out of Pool B, only Selena Sturmey, the Alberta champions, have clinched a spot in this, the Pool A. Carrie Einarson, with a win tonight, could join her there. Welcome back. Team Canada forced to the single in the first, and so Manitoba. Caitlin Laws from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg with Last Rock playing the Yellowstone.
Okay. I'll throw a little less of this. Yeah. A little nicer going home than it
Cut
was
right
coming
down
here.
the path that was warmed up for the draw to the button. A little deep, very deep. A few unforced errors so far, Joanne.
Yeah, just Team Canada looking for the blank kind of off the hop that end, and Shannon rolled out on her open hit, and then Carrie with her flash on hers. All of a sudden you end up forced.
Hard, all you got. Hard. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Far as you can. Hard. Get it on the forefoot. Hard.
I can't imagine for Team Canada going through this week. You got to think that they're mentally just so tired. It's already so mentally taxing playing in a Scotties.
Chase it, or you just like tap it.
They'd dearly love to wrap it up tonight and get a spot.
Okay.
Could come around there. It's tough to get to the nose.
Well, earlier today, Krista McCarville, Northern Ontario, led 7-3 over Sturmey in Alberta. Coughed it up, lost it in an extra, trying to rebound now, and both these teams at 3 losses.
Well, and she has an opportunity to open this game with a 2. Was lying 2 across the house. Laurie St. George threw a hit, rolled out. And so that means full 12-foot is good for the pair.
Lions get 14-2. Nice one.
The team for the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay.
Yellow. 2 yellow.
2 it is her draw weight just some 67% this week. Krista McCarville, but opens with a couple.
5.5, 15-8, eh?
Really nice come around for Team Canada. They didn't move the yellow enemy rock back very far, but they exposed it and got theirs underneath. Getting to the middle, getting to the inside is so important early in an end.
Light. Top 12.
Okay, high.
Not what's needed.
Just tight.
You have to be in that 45 to 50, 55 range. That's the general thought.
Tight. Top 12. Keep going. Get it. Top 8. Fully in. Okay, good sweep. Good brush. 15-4. 15-4.
Not what they wanted, but it kind of worked. It guards the their own rock.
Just top 8.
It's like a second better on this side.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, 15. Yeah.
I think we heard Val say it's a second better on this side. So 15 seconds, that's quick.
Significant.
Means that the other side's about 6 feet slower.
Mine's good. Top 4. Whoa, easy.
Top
Mine's
4.
great.
Lead's good.
Whoa, it's running.
See?
Come around it. Yep, straight.
We're not.
Yep, back 4.
Back 4.
Hard, Kristen, hard. Whoa.
Good call.
Well, I tell you what,
Good sweep.
her brushing is on tonight, Kristen Karwacki. Saved that one earlier by a center guard. There, saved it, not crashing on that stone top 4.
Great sweep.
Wonderful audible.
So 2 teams at 3 losses, and crucial, Ackerman with last rock against Brown of BC.
She made a wonderful shot on her first, facing 3. Skylar went around and was shot. Corinne Brown came down on top, but it is still Saskatchewan line 1, trying to get to the hearts for her second point.
So remember, head-to-head result will determine who will advance. A win here and Brown will fall to 4. And speaking of Saskatchewan, Saskatchewan has already beaten Laws, beaten Northern Ontario, but lost to Quebec. So if you are Saskatchewan, win and look just next door and hope Northern Ontario can beat Quebec.
It's true.
So that's how the evening is. You don't want a scoreboard watch, but it's hard not to.
Curl it a bit. Curl it. Both hands. Go. Gotta go. Hard. Good sweep. Think you want to make this? Okay. Just a 9. Like just 7/8 high. What'd you say?
7/8 high, I think 9.
Weight's good. Clean. Yep. Hard.
drives it by and disturbs their stones. And so now they've got a couple undercover here, Canada, without last rock.
It's been that type of week, isn't it, for
I don't think they have much
Team
off
Laws?
that,
That
eh?
was
It's a nine.
really close to being a good one.
I'm just surprised on the spot there.
Yeah.
There was no panic out of the hand. And that's the side of the sheet that the sweepers are saying is 6 feet slower than the crowd side. So sometimes that slower side will curl a bit more.
Yeah, I agree.
It's to freeze here because they can't really make that. That just jams there.
My first thought was still to guard.
To guard. Do you like one more
My-
guard at all?
My first thought was still guard the yellow.
Guard the yellow?
I assume they're got to open it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, you wouldn't, if they throw a guard here, Team Canada, you wouldn't think Caitlin Laws would draw around with that, the way it's set up. I think they'll be hammering away down the front. So another guard that makes some sense.
Yeah, and they'll likely have to take a run at the double peel. You don't guard that yellow, they might try to promote that yellow in.
Halfway. Halfway, 2.5. To your broom. Stay down, Shannon. Little tighter. Whoa, then. Whoa, we're tight.
Pretty tight. Well then.
Curl. I don't know what to do with this. Straight. Curl. I don't know. Okay.
They were ready to jump on it.
Kind of lined it up, made it a wee bit easier.
Just play this. Think we get a better result that way?
I like this call. You get both sides open.
They can still make what they want. Red, red, yellow onto the two reds.
Gotta go.
Selena Negative. Here we go. Bang, bang. Oh, they'll leave that shooter out in front.
Okay. Good sweep.
Still leaves them two Canada stones undercover.
Nice.
I think this side is up to speed. Yeah. Yeah.
After you guys switch toes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got 5 curls. Okay. Let's get rid of it.
It was one of the things that
Like 17.
Connor Negavan was saying, in fact, you know, when they do sharpen the stones, texture the stones, say what you will. Takes a little bit to learn things, and even there, Selena saying that number 5 will move.
Yeah, it doesn't take much at this level when you're trying to sneak by a guard by half an inch.
Halfway. Halfway. Hey, you might have to finish it. No, it's not. Just halfway.
Only line.
Just halfway.
Finish your rock. Not Chris. If you're high, yeah.
We're just high.
Yeah. 2.
Yep.
Yep.
2. Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Good spot. Good. Good.
So down to the final few games in round robin. So we know now Einarson tonight with a win, she would be in, because the worst she could do would be 6-2. Laws, that's going to be more difficult for her, because look at the people she's lost to Sturming. Ackerman would be somebody that she could maybe go head to head with. Well, you've lost that. St. George in Quebec, oh, she lost that one too. And now playing Einarson. Could very well come down to maybe the final draw against McCarver if it turns out the right way for Laws.
You got it. Yep. Hard. Hard.
McCush gets them both and opens up that center line.
Nice throw, Caitlin. Thanks. Good sweep.
She might be able to get it spinning.
I don't know.
Or like here.
Other girl nice. So, I think I like that.
Okay.
That tight, huh? Is that where they wanted to go?
Yeah, I think it's fine there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a raised double without jamming on something.
You guys like a little tighter and almost like corner the yellow?
Yep. Yep. Splitting the line?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Reed Carruthers, former Canadian world champion. Back-to-back wins in the points bet, 22 and 23 earlier this year in Oakville. And we'll see Carruthers and the team at the Briar in Regina.
What a win for Reed at points bet. He was 3 down and managed to scrape a 3 somehow and then won the draw the button.
A little more. Tight! We're tight! Okay. We're really tight! Almost
Clean out! The side of the sheet was slow to start the end, but there's been a few down the line.
Yeah, I heard Shannon say, I think it's up to speed now.
Little higher than your broom. It's fine. It's got to sit. Whoa! Got to sit. Got to sit.
So not exactly, obviously, where they expected. She did talk about maybe even coming down to the corner.
Did that curl too far? Is that available? Try to draw that a little better, but if you can sneak by, get it there, that goes that way, that goes that way, you're going to lose your shooter. Hopefully don't hit that one. Caitlin's going to take it on. Wow. Out of nowhere. Must be there. Oof. Top red's the problem, Rock.
Sounds good.
Well, the other thing, Joe, is can you get to the nose, enough to the nose to make the double, or are you just going to hit the one?
I'm not sure. I think if she didn't think it was there, she'd be playing the draw, Russ.
Yes.
Just have enough.
You paper the guard, it's going to be very close to getting a thin piece of that back red. Caitlin with the broom, she's going to throw it hard enough.
Weight's good.
10th Scotties appearance for Caitlin Laws, a winner with Jones in 15, of course. Last year went 5 and 4. Here we go. Got it? Have you got it? No, across the top. Yeah, not the way you want to start. Not against the 4-time defending champions. Kristen Karwacki throwing the lead stones for the 4-time defending Canadian champions. Harry Einarson of the Gimli Curling Club. Up by a couple, scored 1 in 1. Steal a single in 2. And so just throwing the cap on her first stone. The corner going up from Kristen McCush in Manitoba, who once again have the last rock, playing the Yellowstones.
Like a couple feet more? Yeah. Similar to what I was throwing? Yeah.
Caitlin, we don't think she backed it up, but as Joanne said, a lot of the shots last 2 games down the middle, people are rushing for a second, all of a sudden, whoa, it just didn't go. So just straightened out and missed it by a fair amount, actually.
Yeah, it sounded like they thought she was close, and then by about 3/4 of the way down the sheet, it just fell off a little bit.
So to keep an eye on that.
Talk about momentum through a long week like this. You know, you make a big shot like that, it can really fire up the team.
Yeah, because they didn't have a chance the whole end, and all of a sudden you had the double for 3.
You try so hard in these games not to think about your storylines. I mean, that's our job when you're out there, just trying to get that confidence and feel it. But when there's just been time and time again of these misses, it wears so heavily on the players.
So there was that no-tick rule coming into effect, huh?
Yeah, exactly. You can't knock it off the line. They did.
Barely. Just touched it, but everything goes back.
I think it's just going to 2.5. It's sliding.
I think it's the first time we've seen that too, Vic.
Yeah.
We're really tight.
I don't remember actually.
Whoa. It's got to sit. Okay.
But that's hate to say it, maybe that's just the way it's going for Manitoba and Laws this week.
Got it out.
It sure looks like it. I look back, there's 2 or 3 games they were so close to winning.
Yeah. Yep. Hard! Whoa! Hard!
1, 2, touch them. Oh, very nice. Gets it I mean, opens it up certainly. Does leave a corner covering the edge of the 4.
A really good result.
It's a key with the 5-rock rule now for seconds on these run backs. The ones that can connect in the house, jiggle things around consistently, they're the ones that are always at the top of the standings.
And here's somebody who can make those run backs. Shannon Burchard.
Might have to curl it. You might have to curl it. Whoa. 3. Okay, Kristen. I think we're there. Kristen. We're there for weight. Kristen, you gotta go. Hard. Gotta get it over, Kristen. Gotta go hard. Hard. Go. Okay.
Not enough. Well, can Newfoundland and Labrador and Alberta their first loss as Stacey Curtis, team from the Remax Center, St. John's Curling Club, play the Saville Community Sports Center's Selena Sturmey.
And she's being forced here, Vic. Stacey hit on her final stone to lie 2. There is no double. And so looking for a nose hit.
And spill. So 1 it is. Came through. Look at this roll. Now it may be showing in the other hole now.
Yeah, it is. Get it with an intern.
Boy, the talk about Sturmey is just the composure. The fact that she has not been rattled at all. 6 straight wins.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I started my first Brier at 4-1, and I thought this is easy, and we lost 5 of our next 6.
11.
Val Sweeting.
Really hard. Really hard. Straight. Hard. Whoa.
Gosh, got it through.
Very nice. Look at the weight on that. It wasn't even hack weight.
Well, all important, of course, considering teams at 3 losses. McCarville opened with a couple, sitting 1-2. Final stone coming up now from Quebec's Laurie St. George.
She's being forced here. Krista hit and rolled on her final stone. There is a bit of a pocket there. They're behind the tee line, so all 4 foot is available.
You got no backing.
But she is facing 2.
You got no backing yet. You got no backing.
One more time here in our game. Through, yeah, you got it. Gonna roll. Nope, gonna sit right there. And drawing for 1, St. George, very good. So it's 2-1 Northern Ontario leading there, going to 3.
You want to throw like here?
I think they're going to have, Canada's going to have to change turns here. Val's intern.
I like your out though.
Oh, still going out.
You want it? I think we got to go this way to go
Yeah,
that
I do
way.
too.
You know that made sense. Okay.
The reason being what, Joe? Why are you changing turns?
They're trying to get the roll to the middle, I believe, Russ, and they're throwing peel at it to get the roll.
I think the first time the rock was farther to our right, so Val had to go at it with her out turn, our intern. But now the rock's kicked over a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Burchard. One more time. Oh, goodness gracious.
Roll it.
They make it look easy, and she'll roll it and spin it to maybe just peeking out now on that intern side.
Nice shot.
Threw more weight at it to make sure that they got the roll out of that port.
True.
Show Caitlin and company a different spot.
That was an 8-2.
Oh gosh.
And your
That's
other
why it
one
rolled
was
so far.
11-8. It was perfect.
They didn't think she'd thrown it. Val was throwing it quite that hard.
Jocelyn Peterman. Now McCush leaning on it. Get it by. They did. And push it back. Roll it underneath.
Caitlin. Nice. Great shot. 12. Okay.
Oh,
Nice throw, Selena.
out of her hand.
Great shot. Probably? Yeah, she's 12.
I love that. Yeah, outside brush or snow plowing a little bit, just getting some heat.
Good.
I thought it would curl.
See more teams doing that. Is it the start of a draw?
I'm a big believer in having two brushes down. Like that second sweeper isn't hurting anything there. Just heat it up a little bit more.
And not directional either.
Now, if they were, starting to raise the brush, you might complain a little bit.
I complain a lot.
Exactly. So, because the rule changes a little bit, has changed over time. As long as it's down.
Perfect roll underneath.
Skip stones. No, wait for me. Wait for me. Wait for me. Not yet. Not yet. A little bit now. And she'll run it by and open up the shot rock. Top 8.
That's good. That's good. Good throw. That's right, Kirsten. Yeah.
Kind of stays consistent with what we've noticed. These peels are running a little straighter than they expect.
Back
6. Back 12?
Yeah, back 8, back 12.
Yeah.
We were given, I was throwing like there.
Yeah.
I think that ice is probably really close with that back 12.
Got it.
Trying to split this, are they?
Yeah.
Not sure why.
I think if you play just the come around, there's some risk to leaving doubles. Splits, that's such a tough shot, though. The line needs to be perfect. The weight needs to be perfect. You got to throw it hard enough to get enough separation.
Or you're leaving a double again. Yeah, right.
It's the best result, though, if you can split it and roll.
I guess going
at least
through
partially buried.
In turn through the port would be a little tricky, wouldn't it? Because that would be the best result.
Again, 2 teams at 3 losses, Kathy. Saskatchewan in the better position because of the people who they have beaten. So if you're BC, you're trying to bring Saskatchewan back. This is Corinne Brown from Kamloops.
Well, she has an opportunity for a mitt full. Skylar's stone did not curl, and so trying to get to the nose, if she makes the double, it's for 4.
Any roll, any roll, any roll.
Wow, bang, look at that, it ricochets up.
Yeah.
And it may just be for 3, it is.
And the yellow kicked up a bit.
Yeah, it did, yeah. So you throw away the thumb, the pinky finger, and you get 3.
Wow.
It's quite aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, if you're picking fingers for the mitt, I mean, just.
There's the split that didn't work. It so often happens.
Yeah, the weight was really close on that. Just needed to curl a bit more.
Even watch the roll there, Kristen. If it's
Since it wasn't curling that well.
Yeah, Kristen couldn't even get it to go either.
No.
Didn't want to curl.
Karwacki now again. Caught it. Very nice. You know what? There's that. Burchard had said to us, she's getting more in sync with Karwacki. And one of the things when you watch this brush, look at I don't want you to look up. You just brush. I'll direct you. And she gave her the little sign, and they make the shot. That is something that Harris and Burchard instinctively do.
Yeah, you watch the two of them working together. And particularly for me, it was them on the draw. They touched the shoulder. It was very seamless.
That's a good word for it. Exactly. That only bodes well for Einarson if that front end can become more in tune. So we put a blank on the board. It remains 2-0 on this Wednesday night at the Scotties. Saw all the teams there from Pool B. We know that Home and Jones have qualified, and now it's the fight for the third spot. Just 3 getting through, of course. No tiebreakers. Head-to-head first decider. Or if not, they'll use the draw to the button. Sturmay's in. Einarson can get in with a win. And then you have that bunch at 3. And so some big games on the ice tonight as they try to stay alive. It's Saskatchewan who is in the best position here at Wynn Sport Events Center. 4 sheets in play on this Wednesday night. The penultimate draw. 2-0. Team Canada leads it after the blank once again. Manitoba Laws with Last Rock playing the Yellowstones.
No commentary needed.
12.
She
just got it out. Hear us?
Yeah,
Give it away there.
It's extremely close because with the overhead just looking underneath a little bit, it might be out. Got a lot of those this week.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa, no. It's a little solid. Really curl, Kristen, curl.
Just looking for the hit and roll here. Might catch the double on the way by.
Nice. You see those numbers? Scores big in the first 5, 28 points, Laws. Second half, much less. What's that attributable to, you think? Joe?
Could just be in the first 5. You see the conditions end up being quite consistent, and then that second 5, when things start to change, as they always do, the team's still sorting out their communication, feeding things up the lineup. I feel like there's been a few technical issues just with the throws on the team, and when you're puzzling out the ice, like every team has to, if someone has a little technical thing happening, when you're trying to figure out why you missed, was it the rock, the ice, or the throw, it's hard to learn and move on and move forward.
Yeah, we heard Caitlin after a throw, third end, say, "Well, I think I did this." That's not like Caitlin.
Our Newfoundland and Labrador
Same way you just threw.
leading there over Alberta. Alberta undefeated so far. BC leading Saskatchewan. Big game for them, of course, as they come in with the 3 losses. And Northern Ontario, after a blank, continues to lead there. It's an interesting evening, an early start here, and some interesting scores.
Really gotta go. Whoa. Roll in front of there. No roll. It's good. Is that one on? Yes. Okay. Okay.
It is on.
I don't mind rolling this way.
Yeah.
Okay. Throw here.
Yeah.
You got it.
You got it.
Trying to roll it in that direction for sure. Ever play with a lefty?
Played with Val for 3 years.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Did you find
There was actually 2 lefties on our team. Dana Ferguson.
Ferguson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you find the harder to sweep or just harder to read the line?
It was harder to know
My fault. Sorry, that was my fault.
how their rocks would run compared to ours. My in turn being Val's out turn will curl more than hers, so different flight plans a little bit. See someone like Mark Kennedy, who's a lefty, he kind of leans over and tries to get in the line of direction of the right-handed thrower. But when you have two of each, it's hard to know who should meet who halfway.
Coming out of a different hack too.
Trying to think.
Different angle.
Trying to think, Russ, to that point, who it was. Darn it. Who consciously made the effort to try and throw like a righty.
I think it was Mark.
That was Mark Kennedy.
Okay.
He actually came out to one of our practices, I remember, back in the day. And he was saying, well, maybe Joe and Rochelle should learn how to throw like a lefty. Go with your skip. And I just wasn't good enough to figure that out.
Yeah, you really can't be identical when you're coming out of a different tee-up block.
And interesting enough that she is, Val Sweeting, the only lefty in the event.
Same weight. little less.
Often found people would forget that she would throw from the other hack, so they would say, oh, how much does she have of this? And on one side of the sheet, she'd have way more than they thought.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, well, Richard Hart played with Glenn for those years, and you could hear him say, I can get to it with my intern.
McCarville up by a couple on San George as they play in 4, and chance for a couple here for the team from Thunder Bay.
Indeed, she made a conversion in the first end and got the deuce, and another opportunity to do just that. It is a wide open hit. But this has got to curl.
Wow, wow, wow. Help it over. Oh, you're going to waste this opportunity. And settle down. Will it? Will it? Will it? Oh, and there it goes.
Nice.
That hurts.
You bet.
9-9.
Settling for just a single. And again, it's one of those things, Joe, with it, not only in the debrief, but if you don't go very far and you're back home at the end of it all, you go, do you remember that? Do you remember that? Do you replay them?
Yeah, oh yeah, and the worst feeling is when you leave points on the board like that. I mean, sometimes you're forced into a really difficult shot, or the other team makes a great shot, but those shots that are routine, that you just give away, those hurt so much.
Well, we've always called them the unforced errors, the tennis unforced error, right? It's putting it into the net or dropping it just over the line.
Just clean. 9-8, 9-5. Yep. 9-5. Good. 9-8. Good.
Really nice roll to the side by Selena on her last.
Was it ever?
Keep that maximum separation.
I think we're going to find out whether that's in. Team Canada thinks it's in.
Still there. Good. 10-5. Okay.
Caitlin Law is her first.
Right to it. Right to it. Please.
Peterman.
Little roll your way, Joss.
Right to it. And good brush to hold it up.
Good nice out, Caitlin.
Just try and like roll big and like.
Yeah, that from that angle, it would appear to be just biting.
Yeah, I think so. Or a rocket here, try to roll maybe back 8 and give them a different look. I always like to roll deep, you know, and then the other guy doesn't have much real estate to hang around.
Whose responsibility was it on a team, your team's, Joe, to check the rings? Or did you?
Oh, in the pre-event practice?
Yeah.
Usually the third would just take that biter stick and whip it around the rings.
And have a look just to see if all the black is right.
Yeah.
Properly.
You don't have a lot of time on every sheet, though, so it's just a quick check.
Whoa, whoa. Curl. Curl.
Karwacki. And no. So, no hesitation. They believe it's on, so it'll be an open draw for 2.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a kick?
They're just fucking with us.
It isn't it?
Pardon me? Nothing.
Stranger things. The rings are usually so good nowadays.
This end? Yeah.
The other problem, Vic, is once in a while the rings, of course, are good,
Seems
and they'll
nice,
drill
like,
a hole
draw the button
in the wrong spot.
Yeah, draw the button.
You get that slightly wrong, too.
Yeah. Out in the 8-foot's not very good. That's the wrong spot.
That would make it a trickier sport, wouldn't it?
Oh, gee, I missed. So,
thought I was shot.
I'm good. Easy, clean. Easy. Easy, easy running.
but she's perfect tonight. 100%.
Okay, line's good.
We're in the ring, so clean it.
Easy. 14-3.
Going to ask for the stick or not?
Think so.
Yeah, I think they are. The umpires
On the block, but
got to find it.
I never know what is.
Always
Changes from event to event.
Yeah, there you go.
Black's in, I think is in. But
Black's in.
All right.
yeah.
It's, you know, it's
Should be in.
If it's touching the black portion of the ring, that's usually in. But as we said, crazier things have happened.
Oh, for sure.
If Black's in, it's in.
the official is here with a 6-foot stick.
at least from the overhead, it shows white, so I don't look crazy for measuring it.
Yeah, it's the overhead is deceiving. Here we go.
It's definitely in.
1, 2.
Is it? Yeah.
And is in. So it's 2 for Manitoba and Laws. We're even through 4. Wednesday night at the Scotties, as we slowly sort out the 3 teams that will be advancing out of the pool of 9. Caitlin Laws comes through with a big 2 to even it with the 4-time defending champions, Carrie Einarson, who once again have Last Rock playing the Redstones.
Rolling away is pretty good.
No, we're nosing. Curl. Keep going. Already.
And to the nose.
Okay.
The audible was Val Sweeting rolling away. Be okay, but it was too late, I guess.
Yeah, just with that lighter weight, it was a little bit too late to call that audible. Really wanted to make sure they stayed in the ring, so you couldn't call it too early for the risk of it running straighter than expected and rolling out, and then you just gift the other team a free come around.
Yep, not true.
Sometimes you get so caught up in trying to get the perfect result or the best result possible that you end up on the other side of it and letting the other team off the hook.
I think that's one thing that Jennifer's very good at. That's a good point. Is that she can turn that audible and turn it into a good shot once in a while. Makes a big difference.
11-2.
Can't keep hoping you're going to make that original call.
Throw here.
Okay, control, she said.
It's interesting. Caitlin threw inside out on an open hit last end, and now Team Canada following suit. That outside in ran really straight on Carey, coming the other direction. So a little bit more consistent inside out, I think.
Yep. 11. We're quiet. Yep. Hard. Gotta go. Hard. Right to it. Yep.
And good hold.
Just enough to get it through.
11-7.
Peterman.
Good throw.
5-1. BC leads Saskatchewan, and the team from the Nutana in Saskatoon, Skylar Ackerman.
And she is being forced in this end. She did hit on her first one, had the opportunity to lie 2 in the house after Corinne Brown grouped her stones, but she also grouped her stones, and it was a double made by Corinne Brown that has led to this force.
Both teams at 3 losses. There's the force. So you now start, oh my goodness, what could happen? This final game of round robin, because they'll be idle tomorrow. They could be at 4-4. Would that win, if it holds up for BC, be the deciding factor between being in and out? Still a lot to decide.
Sure ever.
Great sweep. Nice. Nice throw. Bumper. Okay.
Yeah, they dropped the first two, and then you look at the respective numbers. They got and have been getting better through that last 4 games, 3-1. After, as I say, dropping the last 2. Kathy, when we talked with their coach Connor Negevan, he said some of it was unforced, and I thought the key thing for him was they want to be in a position where they're not forced to make a shot. They want to make their kind of shot.
Well, they do, and he also talked about the game that we have spoken about often, where in the first hand, Caitlin had an opportunity to draw for 4. She clunked a stone over and wound up with 1, and then late in the game against Quebec, she made a really bullet weight run back and gave them 2. And he did talk about how mad and sad and angry and all the emotions they were after the game. And it's not about the shots that you feel that you absolutely have to make, but you want to make. And there's a difference about the pressure you put on yourself.
So this turnaround may have come just a little too late, but a win tonight would certainly keep them alive.
Speed, straight.
Double carving here.
Hard as you can. Hard. Little more. Good sweep.
Just can't be off of that on that side. Yeah.
Do you think that makes any difference at all with the second one going the same direction? Should?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that when you've got the 2 going at once, it's kind of negates each other. And then if
Sure.
you've got the 1, it really makes the directional sweep happen. And then 2 directional. Why not?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Shooter. That's it. All good, Val. Good throw, Val. Good throws. All good. Good throw.
Looking to run it back, and instead runs it by. And
So
does
close.
move that shooter off the center line.
The very best teams like this one will miss that the right way as opposed to hitting it dead on, leaving a bunch of shrapnel out front when you have advantage of last stone.
Yeah, stuffing that right on the nose would have been a complete
Yeah.
disaster.
So they'll take the fact that Val missed it because they now have a corner.
I don't know.
Still needs to be a good guard made here, and even if the good guard's made, you might see Team Canada loop right around it.
Yeah, if it's tight to the rings, I bet we see the run back. But if it's halfway, you might see them try to generate a skips 2 here.
What if Caitlin just drew around the corner or something and just get the force?
Yeah, you could do that too.
I think you're going to see Team Canada go around this thing.
Where are you? Halfway. Straight.
Or around the corner. Probably the center.
Sit. Okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would have been so tempting. Maybe even open side for Caitlin. Sit 2.
Solar ice is what they just.
Yeah. I'm thinking there for me.
Yeah.
Should be really close.
Pretty nice finish in here with the draw weight.
Yeah, we've seen a few just come up quite light. This was the side they felt was a little slower coming home.
Yeah.
It got up to
Thinking
speed
here
coming
like
home.
14-6-ish.
14-8 to 15 even, Kara.
Okay.
Yeah,
14-8.
you got it.
Don't know if you can fully bury around this and stay above the tee line.
Yeah, how true.
Well, being out curled, she is by Caitlin Laws.
Top 8, top 4.
So she would get a minus. The plus going to Laws when you out curl your opponent by 5 percentage points. Huge carry here. Karwacki, Burchard.
Hard.
That moved really early.
Curl. Curl. Whoa.
And lining them up. Just a little overlap.
Oh, good.
Yikes.
Okay, Kristen, what'd you have on that?
Now the staggers there.
9. Yeah, same. Okay.
Just gets
That like 4 and a half.
I think for draw path there, it's like 14-5-ish.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And I was thinking
I like
15.
that. Like, bite the button if you can. Okay. Okay.
This is an example. You want to make this perfect. Bite top button, put a ton of pressure on your opponent, but if you ever slide behind the tee line, that's just going to let them off the hook, open the door. Better to be a little bit light. Bite top 4.
So I think draw the button's real close. Okay. You got her.
The whole way.
3-1, Northern Ontario leads Quebec. Shot rock does belong to Northern Ontario. What do you got? Yellow, red, yellow?
Okay.
That is the plan. Lori had an opportunity to lie 2 on her first, but she hit and rolled out, and that shot stone was the final stone by Krista McCarville, burying around with the intern, and so she's trying to run it back.
Would you ever think about playing the, is there not room with the intern, or is this the shot?
This is the shot. It's so overburied.
Okay.
Straight.
But on the brush, bang, got it. Oh, goodness, and avoids the jam at the back to pick up a single. Wonderful shot. Well managed, Laurie St. George.
Good call.
Caitlin had the weight dialed in, just couldn't sink it.
Yeah.
It's good, though.
Yeah. You can see what, if it doesn't look good, then the draw is good too.
Yep.
Kind of looks like bump ice to me, but.
You guys like this?
Yeah.
Yep. Just bump.
Looks nice in the hack.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah.
You don't have all this stone available, but quite a
like
bit of
that
rings to
version.
roll to, so as long as she doesn't overthrow it,
Looks really good. You got it.
which you can
Yeah.
see, or a little less.
Try to stay away from that guard. So you're absolutely right. If you're going to hit half this thing, you better not throw too hard.
Final stone here in 5, and facing a couple. Shot rock, top 4.
Yep. Speed. Whoa.
Milwaukee now just being urged to hold off. Now it's Burchard. Help this over, carve it over, get it there and sit down.
Good shot.
That's the way to do it for a single. Halfway through on this Wednesday night, Canada leads it 3-2.
The 2024 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
Oh, what have you been eating? Huh? What have you been eating? And it's been good, hasn't it? Oh my gosh. There you go. A little bit more. Yeah, that's really good. Reed Carruthers huddles with Team Canada. They have the 1-point lead. As we check the numbers after 5, what are you thinking here?
Early, Caitlin Laws unable to get things going her way when she tried the double in the second end, giving up the steal. A couple of half shots from Team Canada in the 4th led to a 2 for Team Manitoba. Big disparity between the skips right now, but Manitoba so far unable to capitalize.
Numbers after 5 brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. There's Laws from the Fort Rouge and Winnipeg huddle with Connor Negevin. Well, we're in for some mild weather here in Calgary, as mentioned. A Chinook. They call them the snow eater. As we head towards 5, 6, even 7 degrees the next couple of days. What would you like? Fries? Hamburger, maybe? Very busy on this Wednesday night at the concession booth. As we get you caught up on the other games, Kathy.
Well, Stacey Curtis has always played so well and playing for Pride now that she's out of it and really pushing a Sturm 18 that is slightly off. They were this morning, but Krista McCarville couldn't take advantage. Corinne Brown is applying a lot of pressure, and putting the broom in the right spot and getting the finish is the challenge for Saskatchewan. There are no pluses on Team Quebec. It is all Team McCarville that are converted quickly and are just playing really well, even though that score is close. And only Kristen is a plus on Team Canada. And Caitlin, look at those numbers.
Yeah, Sturm can lock up first place in Pool A with a win tonight over Newfoundland and Labrador. But down 5-2 as they start the second half. As we start the second half here, Team Canada up by 1, and Manitoba playing the Yellowstones with last round.
Caitlin's last 2 games, she was 90%, about 74, 75% earlier. So she's really caught on here.
You know, they've had some chances, though, to put pressure on Carrie Einarson. Last time, if she could have got buried around the center line guard, then that's a tough score. But they just haven't quite been able to take advantage of that difference in shooting percentages.
And on Kathy's point, Saskatchewan just can't get enough curl. And Caitlin's didn't curl enough. It seems to be maybe that tad straighter. Some of the run backs are tracking. And
Top 8.
yeah, any more curl from Caitlin's, it was perfect.
Close the line, yeah. Yep. Our line.
Anytime you're playing against such a strong skip like Carrie Einarson and you see she's a hair off, you really want to take advantage of it because they usually get better as the game goes on.
Okay. Good sweep. Do you like this or do we play that?
I like the run.
Yeah, I don't mind the run.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's interesting. You said earlier with regards to the laws, Russ, when we first came on the air, you thought they were playing rather defensively. Now, I know Team Canada doesn't have the last rock, but isn't that rather defensive? Instead of trying the corner freeze as they first thought, if you're Team Canada.
For Team Canada, isn't that defensive? Yeah, it's.
I know you haven't got the hammer, so
So the run back makes some sense because first of all, it's Shannon Burchard, and it was a shorter run back, and it's a good chance you'd get at least one. But the ankle freeze also made some sense to shrink the scoring area if you make it, and you keep your guard out front. So I like both those calls there, really. Sometimes there's no real right answer. It's all about making some execution.
Patient. Yep.
The problem with the run back now is there's a corner guard for your enemy.
Covering the edge of the 8.
Line's good.
Jocelyn Peterman.
Line's good.
And if you'd played the freeze and bumped off, you'd be thinking you made the wrong call there too.
I gotta go. Yeah, line. Yes. Yeah, line. Line's good. Line's good. Curl. Curl. We're in line with that.
There you go, right around. Wasting no time taking advantage of that corner.
4-6.
I think it brings up a great point, Joanne, is, there's 2 options there and there's nothing wrong with either one. So maybe sometimes I think we get caught up, everybody gets caught up in worrying, is this the right shot? Is that the right shot? Instead of trying to execute and spend a little more time on your time clock trying to execute that shot. Pick the path as you, like you say, you see this front end like this, Team Canada, they're always talking about how to execute.
Karwacki on the brush, run it back and got it.
Nice shot.
But that guard now is tightened up towards the center line, so it's covering almost the middle of the 8.
Really nice, Shannon.
And in theory, on ice this great with teams this good, Team Canada's going to have to make 2 or 3 of these if they can't stick one. It's all because they played the run back earlier and it didn't quite come off properly. There's a real art to forcing a team to one.
More room. Back four. Got a curl.
Caitlin's got a nice chance for 2, I would think.
Got a curl. Gotta go. Back 8's fine.
Perfect come around on Jocelyn's first here. This one's hanging out wide, though.
It's T-line. Coming down. Okay. Just even.
Don't want to leave a double here.
And around she goes and evens it up.
Very nice.
4-3. What do you like? Great sweeping. The run, I think. Yeah.
So it was nice when a position can throw the same shot twice, because Jocelyn just threw 2 rocks to the exact same spot. If someone's questioning a rock later in the game, she can say, I know both of mine are good.
Good point. And the lefty's going to give it a try.
Whoa.
Val Sweeting.
Close, yep. Whoa. Curl.
Burchard, here we go. Have you got it?
Watch the roll.
No, and drives it through, and that rolls the shooter over a little wider, obviously. It's covering middle of the 12 now. So opens up that second shot stone, or third shot stone, pardon me.
Put the corner back up. Yeah, we're
This is fun. This is so much fucking fun.
A lot of the missed shots, and they're not missed by much, are on the under curl tonight.
Yeah. We're just one.
Make her play on the one that
We're just one. Yeah.
has jamming.
So I
danger.
can't hear anything in here. Sorry.
Interesting.
Corner back up. My only fear is if they make this behind the corner, but go open.
Could do that.
Or we make that now. Frozen, or we make it now.
Going to the wing, we have to be even.
What do you like? My first thought was that, but yeah, if we know, then she has that. Hair high. Hair high. Hair high.
I don't love the nose. First of all, you might
Okay.
roll one out. If you hit it dead on, there's a double, is there not? Oh, there's definitely a double straight back, and it could be a double to the corner, whichever you choose. What about open side? Did you like that?
Okay, 10-5.
I do. I just wonder if this is one shot too early, because you play this now and then they've got
Yeah.
3 rocks to make a double.
Yeah, and look who's throwing them. Yeah, exactly.
Josh, try to roll it a bit.
Okay.
And then try to roll the one that we're hitting back.
Okay. You got her, Selena.
10-5.
Yeah, the feeling is just a bit of a frustrating evening for Einarson and Team Canada. They lead by one, however.
No! Whoa! Curl! Curl.
Selena Negavan.
You gotta go.
Curl! You got hard
Peterman.
curls!
And runs it by. Where does that spill? It'll mirror the other one.
It's a little big.
Maybe just a little behind.
That was the same spot where Caitlin threw her double attempt in the second end, and it ran really straight.
That's the trend, isn't it? And that's why I did not like that shot. It's just, and they default to the hit, Vic. They could have drawn to that spot now, sat, first, third, and fourth, and Einarson at some point had to hit that one that was first in front of Einarson's rock.
Whoa!
Sweeting.
Curl! Curl then! 12! We're a little quiet! Hard!
Yeah, hard curl. Hard curl. Hard curl. Hard curl.
There you go.
Go,
Head never comes up from Burchard.
Hard.
Never up. And now rolls it away, and they're grouped at the back of the 4.
Good.
So automatically the 3's gone to a 2, and there's still 2 double opportunities for a very good hitter in Carrie Einarson.
Under curl.
Yeah. 11-3.
10. Yeah.
You got her.
Where do you want to go here, Russ? Bang it on the nose, or you run it under, roll it underneath?
I think you have to hit it. You have to make sure the double, I think.
But I mean, where do you want to leave this shooter? Right on the nose?
Yeah, I think that's,
Okay.
To make the double, you kind of have to hit it close to nose.
All right.
Really close to nose. Might roll a couple inches. Oh, they did roll it more than a couple inches. Now another double opportunity. You're not controlling the cue ball here, Vic.
Maybe letting Team Canada off the hook.
We're off on my first 2. Yeah.
Time of the week, too,
9.5.
Joe. I mean, it's for us as well.
Okay.
You get those times when you're just a little down, you get a little tired, and
You got it.
and I'm thinking that it might be this time for the teams too, right? You just lose your focus. You're not quite as sharp.
Yeah, it's funny, these routine shots, maybe just a little bit less focus. When it's a run back or the specific hit and roll, something's missing.
Yep.
Looked a little outward motion there from Carrie Einarson.
Yes.
Karwacki off it. Have you got it? Oh, yeah, you do.
Great shot.
3 down to a 0.
Good back, and then it came back. Great shot.
Yeah.
It fell back and then it came back.
Yeah, came up at the
Interesting.
end.
Looked a little outward motion, though, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought she might pay for that release we saw earlier when lots of peels were just floating the whole way. Try to get under the corner here if you're Caitlin Laws.
Got it.
even to get half under.
Yeah, roll to like middle 12 line.
You got her, Caitlin.
The two-time Olympic gold winner, 14 in the team game, of course, with Jennifer Jones, and then the 18 mixed gold with John Morris.
Hard. Okay, you're just going. 10-5, big sweep.
Now, worst of all, Team Canada gets a free try to maybe sneak partly under there.
Nose isn't too bad either. Just gotta watch this
Sure.
one.
Yeah. Fair? Okay.
Just control, guys.
Okay.
Flip under the guard?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
You'll be really patient on the brushing here, and it's not going to hair straight or still to come to the corner.
Control. Little forward if anything. Little big.
Final stone, Team Canada.
Whoa.
Carrie Einarson,
Curl. 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 Curl.
Karwacki,
Hard, 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 curl.
and very nice, right to the nose.
Okay.
So looking for the blank. Laws now with her last.
Think there's enough space to play the
I
end?
think you have air, yeah.
Did I hear her say enough space to play the intern, is it?
Yeah,
There's enough
it's
space
easier to
to
roll
play
out
there.
with the intern, obviously, but it's got that
Am I like just
rock in your windshield there.
Yeah, the problem with if you take the out turn, you go inside out here, you worry a little bit about the jam on the back Yellowstone. If it ever came off of it, roll back into the rings.
Always have to be aware your head has to be a little bit on a swivel. Looking for the blank. Peterman, here we go. And that is blank number 8 for Laws in the event. That's the most in the field, and it speaks to your point of being defensive. You and me, but. 5-2 Newfoundland Labrador, and Alberta with a chance here to tie it, Kathy.
Well, 2 times Stacey Curtis tried run backs. The first time she missed on one side. The second time she actually made contact with the Alberta Stone but could not push it out of the house. And that is why this is a draw for 3 and to tie this game up.
Perfect coming in. 6 straight wins. Selena Sturmey out of the Saville in Edmonton, and with a chance to lock up first place. On this Wednesday night. Tomorrow, final draws of a round robin. 3-2. Canada leads it again, a blank. So Manitoba and Laws will have last draw.
Line's good. Whoa. Got a curl. Whoa, I need the curl. Where are you? We're a T-line. Hard then, straight. Back 4. Keep going, get it out of there. Get it out of there. 14 wins.
That's what I was expecting to see.
Just like back 4, wait.
Okay, the 14. I think that, yeah, 4-8.
Just an uncharacteristic miss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't help there, does it?
Shannon Burchard.
Less than I was thinking.
Line, T-line. Whoa, line.
An inside track, though.
Whoa. T-top line. Close, so yep. Top 4.
Min weight.
Sweeting Cricht.
Hard.
Nowacki, and you got to tap this up right to the pin. How's that? That'll work.
Good judge, Val. Yeah.
Look at this. We'll see Ben Hebert. There's Brendan Botcher in behind. Kennedy on the right-hand side. We'll see them next week at the Brier as they spend some time here. Both Brett Gallant and Ben Hebert of that team live in the Calgary area. And of course, Gallant watching his wife, Jocelyn Peterman.
Beautiful come around tap from Team Canada. Shannon Burchard.
He should be minding the baby. Donnie Bartlett here is the coach for Team Holman, two-time Canadian champion with Kevin Martin.
Donnie's obviously scouting the rocks.
Brett's carb loading before the Brier.
Halfway. Just halfway. Okay, line's good. 2.5. 2.5.
Whoa.
Just pass your broom.
It's got to stop. Sit. Sit. Okay.
Well, in just over a week, we will be in Regina for the Montana's Brier. What a field this is. Same situation. 2 pools of 9, 8-game round robin. So deep. Top 7 teams in our country in the field. And again, just the top 3 will get through. And Mike McEwen from Manitoba to Ontario, now to Saskatchewan. And there will be a Nunavut team. They qualified back in December. And no Nunavut team here in women's play because they didn't have a place to play and get ready and have a championship.
Nice shot, Joss.
Couldn't do too much better.
No, didn't have much space by the guard.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It's either that or you make this. My first thought was just the roll.
The roll would close the rings down a bit.
I think you might get a little more curl in here.
Yeah.
Bumper.
Yeah. I like this, Val. You got it, Val.
They weren't seeing a lot of movement inside out on the wings. A little closer to center line. It should curl up a little bit more.
I think you're right. Val never overthrows, very rarely.
Whoa, whoa.
Curl.
11.
Curl again. 11.
Curl. Whoa.
11. Curl.
There it goes.
11.
Straight.
Straight.
Whoa.
Curl.
No. No.
Nice shot.
For 30.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Made one. Good.
Val's been close on a lot of her hits. I don't think she's throwing them particularly bad.
No.
Just hasn't been getting the results.
It's a bit tricky out there.
Do you ever be tempted to just draw into the button area here, Russ?
Yeah,
Team Laws?
yeah. I'm not sure what they're gaining here. That's a wonderful point.
This is to your point in the opening about the defensive play.
Again,
just wanting to not take the big risks.
Bang away. You're losing. You want 2 here. It's not looking like a blank. And maybe more importantly, you leave a world-class team an easy shot.
Quick kick.
Well, if this center guard goes up,
I squared mine a bit, so that's why I got it.
is there not enough room to get down to that redstone across the nose and underneath?
It's exactly what Joanne was pointing out. Or even if you freeze to it, yeah.
Just get to the inside, tap it back a little bit.
Yeah, now you're got, because then if this guard, now you're behind the guard and the stone, which is top 8 foot, right?
It's I guess that's their game plan. They're sticking to it.
You might see them play it on the next one because Team Canada will only have 2 rocks to clean things up.
To your broom. Line's perfect.
Isn't it more difficult, though, Joe, to maintain those points playing in the rings?
I think it'll get there.
What I'm saying is if you suddenly avoid the guards and go in, now you're banging and things have a tendency to disappear.
Yeah, especially against Team Canada, such a strong hitting team. You don't want to give them too many chances to bail and open things up.
We sit right there, but it's kind of scary. There's Peel.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh dear.
I don't know how scary it is. I guess if you set up a double and the double run back doubles made, I love going in, even if you freeze.
When Selena playing all those years with Tracy Fleury, that team was so aggressive. They played a pile of draws, and Selena made a ton of them.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a strength of hers.
Interesting.
Now you go.
Yeah.
Sure.
What we?
You being Canada.
Just like
Right.
back 4.
Yeah.
So I gave Shannon here.
You tap this, not that it's a gimme, but you tap this red 2 or 3 inches. Caitlin, talk about scary.
And I think they also know that if they throw that guard one more time, Caitlin with only hers left, she'll try to manufacture a 2.
So, I mean, listen, we know it's a game of chess. This is made well. Laws may regret not going with Selena's last. So somewhere the deciding factor is what? Is it just that idea that we don't want to play in the rings? We have one already. What's the
I think there's so many factors, Joanne. That, like you know, they haven't drawn well. So maybe if you play the freeze and you throw up a guard or something, maybe she's thinking that way. Maybe they're not
managing
comfortable.
her team, you're thinking?
It's possible, but you just can't against Team Canada.
But you can't play afraid, Joe.
Right.
No. And it's tough when you feel like you don't have your best stuff, but you have to keep pushing. You can't be playing to lose by less. You need to be playing to win, especially at a championship like
What's
this.
Steph Curry say? If I miss 6 3-pointers in a row, I put up a 3-pointer.
Girl, back line.
This is heavy.
Low with your back line. Low with your back line.
And moves it back and will sit for 1. Curious, though, just to that point. Laws is 100% on her draws. Negevin is 92.
Yeah.
Wait to play.
Baffling.
Hack? Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind hack.
But that did not get to the
wanna roll
inside
to,
any
like,
lighter, and
right
Canada
here.
was looking great for a steal.
Just an overthrow.
Yeah.
Didn't catch the
It's
curl.
not worth playing any weight and just nosing. No, because this is still counting the back. Yeah. Okay. Gotta get low.
Don't need to remove any of these reds from the rings. It helps you just to keep them.
Is that
straight
hit
tap our
and
back.
roll still there for Laws?
With weight.
I think yes, I think it is for sure.
And underneath?
Yep. Yeah, you just got to decide what angle you've got. I like what Joanne just said, and they're actually throwing more weight. You could just tap them back and use them as savers. If you blast one, well, not blast, but if you kill one of these, it makes it easier for Einarson to make her next shot.
Wait, please. Just tap. Yeah. Whoa. Little whoa. Yes.
Hard.
McCush on the brush and underneath and will spill. How much is showing on that intern side? Can you touch them all?
Nice speed. Yeah, maybe mid.
Maybe if you threw an out-turn bullet, got it spinning.
So we could probably plant it, make the double. Jams here, she'll have a shot for 2.
Boy, that. If you could clean those up, Joe.
I think this one sticks, though.
Yeah,
Don't you, Joe?
Battery.
Yeah.
That middle yellow.
And she's got that.
I think
Just tap that.
if we could stick that, maybe stay in front or try and roll them both kind of thing.
Certainly haven't looked
Yeah.
at it.
And you're in front.
Yeah, if we can do this and then roll to here and kind of guard it.
Yeah, like if you could walk it down, this would be really good. She
Boy, it seems there's a lot to see
would
there.
have that for, yeah.
That stone
always
top
just
on
go
the
there.
tee line is
Yeah.
what,
I think this is
3/4 open,
probably
Joe?
the call, hey?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they want to play on that side. A little easier to manage if you're promoting your own here.
Yeah, I think you need normal to maybe, is that spilling at all, or do you think it's just jamming?
Might just jam. I think if I play normal, I might spin everything too far.
Yeah. If it's not going anyways, I think control
It's either
is
that
fine.
or we just straight tap.
I think the draw is easy. We've seen the draw more.
Well, you'd rather be here, though, no? I played the tap with Shannon's.
Yeah, it's just harder and leaves 3 in play.
On call time.
I think we play this.
I haven't looked at the triple. The problem with the triple is you got to go through that top one. If you tick it, you're in big trouble.
Like just try and plant it there.
I think you're right. I think that top yellow doesn't go.
With like
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're thinking control and then just kind of roll to here and try and...
Like roll them both a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Thinking
Should be straight here.
Yeah.
Funny end, you know, I've been criticizing the defensive play this whole end, and
This spot will be straight.
Canada overthrew a couple.
It'll come
And
up at the end.
if this isn't made properly, Caitlin's looking really good.
Reed Crothers has got off his seat thinking he might get the call, but now plants himself again.
Yeah, only one time out.
Yeah, that's
Teams
the
really
key.
need to think about when they want to use it.
Okay. You got it.
So just a bump on that red, huh?
Yeah, not taking much ice.
I think they're throwing control weight. Try to spill them both towards the middle.
Okay.
10.
Should be pretty straight here, though, down the line.
Yes.
Burchard.
Hard. Whoa.
Bang. And roll it over. And
Oh, nice play.
so has to push it through the hole and sit right there.
Nice throw, Kara.
Just wanted to roll a fraction less. In reality, they overbrushed it, but that is just so tough. If that top one stays in the center line.
Curling there. Good shot.
Chance for 2.
Yeah.
7/8.
Any less roll. And what does Caitlin do?
Tough to score if they
Yeah.
hang on to the center line there with that roll.
Not sure you could score.
Needs to hit about what she can see here.
A couple feet slower here, but
Heavy
not
draw
bad.
weight.
Yeah, I think just a sweeping thing. I'll keep a broom down. Okay.
Yeah,
You
way
got her.
better chance with a back line thing than a hack here.
Just angle that shot rock on the button. Just angle it back through the hole and sit right there for a possible 2. Just.
Take your time, buddy. You got her.
Yeah, it's a quiet draw tap here. That's why I'm saying their draw weight has been wonderful. Her and Selena Negevin. Now, curl. McCush. Help it over. Keep it going. Really got to push. Push. Here you go. And sit down. And that works. The McCush push results in 2.
Very nice.
Really good, Kristen. Good shot. Nice speed. Well thrown.
Used it all. Sorry.
That's good.
Kristen McCush gets us underway, throwing the lead stones for the Manitoba champions out of the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg. Caitlin Laws with that couple to take the lead, and Team Canada now with last draw, playing the Red Stones here in 8th.
Just nudge it a bit to be short.
So quiet, tap, draw kind of weight for a possible 2.
Yeah, this shot was so precise. Needed to have the perfect weight. Anything heavy won't come up. able to carve that over just perfectly. Had to hit as much as she could see and stick around. Great shot.
Sit down. Very nice. Yeah, everybody do them a push. BKT shot brought to you by BKT Tires. Growing together.
Caitlin's last 3 games personally herself have been over 91%.
We talk a lot about momentum in games like this. Pretty defensive calls in that end, but suddenly to get a 2 out of it, that's big for Team Manitoba. Especially your skipper to make a touch shot like that. Builds a lot of confidence.
No question. Yeah, they're right in this thing.
So just remembering now, 5 percentage points get you a plus. So that plus right now belongs to McCush.
Back forward. The curl, long way. Got to cross center. Keep going. Keep on. Keep going. Keep on. Hey.
Unlocks it.
14-2.
Critical 8s, you don't want to give up a steal. So I think that's the reason this guard's coming off.
Perchard right away. My goodness. Fingers were barely off the handle. Karwacki picks her up.
Good. Love that ad though, Josh. Just hit and roll.
Crucial game for BC. Corinne Brown out of Kamloops, 3 losses. So Ackerman, Saskatchewan. Final stone for Corinne Brown in her 3rd Scotties appearance.
Well, Skylar Ackerman's final stone, she just grazed off a guard, so got nothing out of it. They called it timeout. Jim Cotter came out. They're trying to get as much as the stone and roll into the 4-foot for the 2nd point.
Well, look at that.
Just perfect.
To extend that lead in the final round robin game for Saskatchewan. Drop to 4 possibly when it's all said and done. Then they'll sit and wait and see what happens.
Bumper. Yeah.
You want to hit this dead on. If you roll towards Carrie Einarson's broom, then when you play that yellow on the button, it kicks over towards the broom. Dead on if possible.
Chest bump. Get a little quiet. Yep. Quiet. Really hard.
Oh, this is moving early.
Gotta go now. Gotta go.
Sweeting. Right. Karwacki left.
Go.
Boy, you gotta hold it and sit there, and they do. They'll hang it on the edge.
12. Good sweet. 11-8.
Such a really good shot. You don't want to roll out, so you tend to roll this way. If you'd rolled over here somewhere, then that automatically redirects into that area. Just a great shot. Well brushed.
Lead. Good. Well, little big. Lead. Yep. Well,
Really want to stick around here if you're Team Manitoba.
Hard. Not big. Hard. Good sweep.
Oh gosh, very nice. That's some fine shooting.
11-4.
Yeah, very, very nice. Wanted to roll a little farther though. Now you make the pretty automatic double. You're right in front of the Laws yellow.
Val Sweeting.
Yep. Whoa.
Again, an early call.
Yep.
Burchard's got her.
Whoa. Yep.
1, 2, and away they go. And she'll back it up. Shot rock does belong
Nice shot.
to Manitoba.
Nice throw, Val.
Rolled a little bit upwards on impact that second stone.
Yeah, that would have been nice to leave it right in the center.
Pretty flat for as far as it be.
I don't think they're going to take on the double, that ice. It's just more of a normal. Try to roll it towards that biter.
Whoa, whoa, curl, curl. Gotta go. Straight, 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 straight. Hard. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Sorry. Nice stroke.
Came up on them a bit too.
5-2 Northern Ontario leads Quebec. Again, both at 3 and desperate to stay there. And facing lots of yellow is Laurie St. George.
Well, Laurie tried a double on her first and rolled out, and that allowed Krista McCarville to hit to lie those 3. So this is the Force playing the hit on the shot stone.
Line's good.
We talk often about the
Line's good. Close, Cal.
hammer efficiency 2 or more with last
Line's
rock.
good. Line's good. Kelly, Kelly. 11.
Quebec has only 1 conversion in their last 17 hammers. It's only 6%. So that goes a long way to explaining struggles.
Hard. It's a little rolls, okay. Not right in front. No.
You know, that silly stone over there on the right-hand side, just sitting there biting the 12. That could come into play. A big stone for Canada if they can bring it back.
Yeah, puts pressure on Caitlin here.
It's interesting. They were trying to carve Selena's second shot over using that knifing technique, and it actually made it curl too much. Sometimes late in the game, when things start to get a little more worn in, you see that carve more effective. Sweepers, both sweepers always have to be really close and ready to sweep because they had to switch the call to straight.
I think she's just rolling. Oh, wait.
She going to try to roll it towards that stone on the edge, Joe?
Yep, they're not playing the double. They're just trying to roll to that, towards the wing there.
Okay.
Oh, curl. No, clean. Clean. Weight's good. Curl. Clean. Curl. Clean. Roll it.
Here we go. Roll it over.
Roll it in.
Roll a little bit more.
Just about perfect, but there is a double.
The intern?
Yeah, you don't really get a whole lot of action, though.
Yeah.
I think the out. We'll throw the out.
I'm good with either.
Yeah.
Good teaching point there. If you throw the out turn here, you get a lot more
Yeah.
Yeah.
bounce off the rock. You just have to hit it a little bit thicker. But it'll gear towards it and get much more power. If you hit about a thick half with the in turn, you might not have enough speed to get it, to make the double and get it out of the rings.
A long way to push that second yellow to get it out.
You got it.
House is not as lively in the 8th end usually either.
Okay.
We had discussed
Yeah, right in the middle.
Does this look okay, or do you want more?
Do you like that broom, Shannon, for
Yeah.
the out? Okay, it's about half.
You got it.
Deep breath. Carrie Einarson settles for her first here in 8. Looking for the double. Has one sitting on the edge of the 12.
Try to curl.
Trying to help it over Karwacki. It's a foot race here, trying to keep up with it. You got one, you got 2. Oh, just slides underneath.
All good.
Shoot.
Don't worry about
So straight there.
Yeah.
Great try.
Back. Yeah.
Very close.
I liked the was it 2 back?
Did you ever think of drawing here instead of hitting?
I thought they were going to draw, Russ.
We just get no movement.
Yeah, I
Make
should have
sure
just taken where I needed to
take
hit
where
it.
we need to hit. Yeah.
Caitlin's a brilliant hitter, but obviously look at those numbers. The draw wouldn't be that hard either.
Player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. What's, if you draw, where do you want it? Where would you put it? You want to put it somewhere, I'm assuming you don't leave a double, correct?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. And
I mean, the danger here is if you roll out, now you've got given them a blank, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Curl. Keep curling. All the way, Josh. Josh, you gotta go. You gotta
Gotta go. There you go. So they couldn't hold the shooter, and now the blank is up there.
Yeah, I should have given it right on the rock.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting caught on the high side on just about their come arounds, hits, doesn't matter what it is. Yeah, I thought the draw was a little easier there, but it's
I mean, hindsight's always 20/20.
skipper's choice, yeah.
Skipper's choice. The takeout is usually a routine shot like we've talked about, but with the draw you have a lot more window to work with, and if Carrie Einarson ever takes on the double, you could always get the steal.
She might
She
too.
misses it.
Given the opportunity now, make the most of it. Team Canada. Right up. Right up. Watch that catcher. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Right.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Where did that come from? Settles for one. We're tied at 4. Kristen Karwacki lead stones for Team Canada. Welcome back on this Wednesday night. Our feature, Team Canada against Manitoba. In a 4-4 tie, and we're still talking about the fact that they didn't appear to even talk about the possibility of that catching rock, and maybe thinking, you know what, it's that time of the week. Maybe you get a little, your mind gets a little tired and you forget to look and map everything. But they got caught, and there was a blank available, and they get caught for a single. So here in the ninth, it'll be Manitoba with last rock playing the Yellowstone.
I thought we'd see 2 center guards out of Team Canada trying to force Caitlin to a single here. They decided to play the freeze and threw it a little bit deep. So. Only 1 guard to play with, right?
Yeah, last thing you want to do is give up the blank here.
Right.
I thought they would go double guns too.
Yep, somewhere in there. I like that.
Haven't seen many draws on this side of the sheet. A couple came up light a few ends ago.
Caitlin got one top 8 but couldn't bury it.
This is the time of the game you really want to get the force, but sometimes you accidentally end up giving up 3.
Yeah.
Hard line. Oh, you gotta go. Stop me. Really hard. Oh, you're all over the front.
Yeah, they are.
Rub it
Watch
off.
the stagger now. Oh dear, just a little bit.
Side's a little stale.
I think we gotta be to it. Top 4. Good game, guys. Good
Well,
luck.
Kathy, we have our first final, and it's a big win for BC.
And that entire team played very well tonight. For Skylar Ackerman and her team, I touched on it before, you did too, Russ. Really good draw weight. They could not get finished when they needed to, and that's when they gave up threes, 3 of them.
So 13-4 is the final, and BC now at 4-3, 1 game to play. Ackerman, Saskatchewan, they're done. Their record 4-4, and now they have to sit and wait tomorrow. They'll be idle tomorrow. They have the draw off in the afternoon. Agavin,
Boy.
wanted to open it up and leaves the shooter right there.
Pretty simple double peel rollout plays in the rings. You might get your blank. Now it's going to be tougher.
Mind the hit and roll. It's open. Good sweeping. If I get this in a decent spot. Okay. We'll just watch it. It might come off. Yeah. I'm going to give you like 2 feet more.
Yep, I think that's
Hopefully
close.
it carries a little bit better.
They're tough, had 1 curl and come up late. You don't need to make a huge adjustment, just got to get it out into the good stuff.
I agree.
Often see this overthrown.
Mine's really good. Play it again.
Your challenge is to stay a couple feet more.
Hard, you got it. Gotta go. Hard. Hard, guys. Gotta go.
Einarson out now too,
Keep going.
and they will draw it
Good brush.
and drag it to the just top edge of the 8.
A little slower there, isn't it?
Yeah, at a 14-8 on that.
Oh, she didn't throw that hard then.
Good. like chasing this. It's too straight.
Do we need to roll that far?
Come down.
Come with. Yeah. I don't have a lot of that
No.
one.
I know. It's the one that's gonna hurt us the most.
Yeah.
But
I've got like an inch.
yeah, and it's so straight there at the out.
Yeah.
Again?
I think so.
And then if she makes something good, we can try to.
Yeah. She'll probably hit and roll, and then hopefully we can blast. And the blank's still in play if we peel.
Just straight peel.
Yeah, I mean, if we. It's pretty good.
Just slip the guard. Do you like
You
the shots?
might be able to peel this and
Think so.
get your shooter to kick off the corner and get lucky and roll in the wings. That would really change things.
Don't have a lot.
Tough to do. That'd be awfully thin. You'd never try it.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard. 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 Hard.
Oh, gosh.
Good. Good.
That'll spill them both.
He did try it at the end.
Yeah.
Like if we ever froze here.
It's hard not to leave a double too. I think I roll here if I'm making the double.
Oh, like make this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Because like
tough.
for me to roll perfectly in a line is really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
know
if
it.
I'm off
it's
at
really-
all, they have the double.
Yeah, for sure.
And I
Like,
can't
is
play
this
just
ever
a
bad?
hit and roll or I jam.
Is this ever terrible? If
Yeah, we
roll-
could do that for now. Even if I rolled like, I think so.
Okay. Do you like bumper, Val?
I think we played the hit and roll. Just try and go back to the middle.
Or the freeze.
And yeah, roll big.
Yeah, I think if they had a better handle on what that side was doing, they'd be playing the freeze all day. But just Shannon's coming up a little bit light. It's a little scary. You don't make the freeze, the three's in play.
And they know the out turn better, but there's hardly any port there. Right?
Should by now.
This will curl a bit. Even Val's out turn, 'cause it's close enough to the line.
Weight's good.
Clean.
11.5.
Clean.
Clean. Whoa.
Whoa.
Clean. Whoa. Whoa.
Clean.
Yep.
Clean.
Clean.
Yep.
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 Yep. Weight's
Yep.
good. Hard.
Karwacki.
Hard. Whoa,
Still
maybe
with
stay
it.
there.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now, can you get that little roll? Not
Okay,
quite.
that's good.
Yeah, that
That's
really
good.
curled.
I think so, hey?
Interesting. Those are the,
This would be
that's
great,
Chloe and
but-
Cameron there, the daughters of Carrie
You're rolling
Einarson.
out with that.
I don't know if that's against the rules, but
I think it is.
Mom might have a talk with you later.
Yeah. Make this double.
Saskatchewan losing.
Firm.
Finish at 4-4.
You got her, Selena.
They'll be idle tomorrow afternoon.
Wanted to roll away to prevent this double that's going to be attempted.
Firm. Whoa. Curl. Hard curl. Hard
Makush.
curl. Curl, curl, curl.
One. Oh, where's this going to go?
Boy.
Okay.
Shotstone still belongs to Manitoba.
That's costly.
See, they're down
Yes.
and you just, well, if we freeze and they double. Bumper.
Bumper. Yeah, you got it.
You could freeze in there, but if you ever leave it like top button, there's probably a red triple, and then there's the blank again. I think this is the right move. Val would love to hang around. Pretty straight spot.
Bump. Clean. Little more. Whoa. 11. Clean, yes.
Yep.
Burchard.
Yep.
Karwacki thinking that, yep, weight may be up just a little bit. Oh, stuffed it.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Stuffed it. And what she left.
Shouldn't have curled
Double
that much.
all day.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I loved
Weight
it.
was close.
You heard Val say it shouldn't have curled that much. I don't know
Yeah,
whether it's
there was
getting a little softer
No
there.
panic out of her hand.
No.
And just once it started to curl, they couldn't stop it.
Yeah, interesting.
Might have hit some debris,
Yeah,
perhaps.
footprint or something. That's a very straight spot all game.
Maybe that was max ice, if anything.
I thought if anything
Yeah.
too, yeah, but I bought into it because peeling it was fine.
A little bit of trouble for Canada now.
No! Curl! Really gotta curl!
Come on.
Peter. Bang it right in the middle. Oh dear, and she'll stuff it right back.
Okay, Selena. Sorry. Tough one, Selena.
Yeah.
Sorry, Caitlin. Tough one. Tricky spot.
Yeah, thin and then kind of nudge that. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't want to create too much of a wall, though. But yeah, control.
I like that weight though. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, right here.
Yeah. Hey guys, just control.
It's tough to spread them around. They're going to try to get the shooter off their own after they hit the yellow, off their own. Roll to the right.
You know, Caitlin will probably play a freeze on something, so they don't want to make a big pocket.
Yeah, how true.
Just the part of the game where you need to keep a broom down on everything. Don't want them to grab and go like Val's did.
No.
Clean. 10. Yeah. Yes. Hard. Nice.
Skip Stones. Carrie Einarson. You got a chance here. Oh, lovely. Rolls it away. Sitting the three without last rock.
Good throw.
Good. It's pretty thin. Yeah.
Didn't roll quite as much as they wanted to. Trying to hit a little thinner and nudge the one on the tee line. It's a triple there.
They've lined it up.
Like this? Trying to...
I think it is.
It's there, you got to go for it. It's close.
It's a tough angle because if Caitlin hits this really thick, the middle one might go across the top.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I'm not in love with this shot, even if you make it, because then you roll out and Carrie Einarson goes around the corner guard and you're not blanking anyways.
We still have our time out? Yep. If we do make it, she just draws around and we're forced anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you make it,
We
too.
just do
What about a
this, and then
freeze?
She has to blast and then we blank.
Tap this.
Freeze to which one?
Those two highest ones, just freeze in that pocket.
Like this
The middle one for sure.
It just wouldn't be shot in the pocket, right?
I think we have time out.
Right, yeah, you bump it an inch, I guess.
I can't remember. Do we have
Do we have a timeout?
No? Okay.
We have one.
Kind of seeing this.
Okay, then let's make it.
Try and roll the shot.
Yeah, good call. Stay in front of something.
Yeah, and draw weight placement has been a bit of a challenge, this end in particular, so I like this call.
Yeah.
Forward. Try and roll to be shot.
I don't think the triple you'd ever have enough power. You have to hit this middle rock so thin.
Because it'll be overlapped.
I don't think we can keep their shooter.
If you can nose it, you will. You leave a double for the play.
Yeah.
Clean. Yep.
Weight's good. Yep.
Hard.
McCush trying to hold it up for Laws. Now roll it over, and she'll sit right there.
Like if I rolled here, though, that's
Right there, it's pretty good.
yeah.
Dead on is fairly close to a triple.
I think there with
Blank.
that control.
So you want to roll left, I think, Joe.
Yeah, and if you roll to the left, it's a tough score all of a sudden for Team Laws.
Yeah, something like you roll right there. There might be a triple. So where do you go? Like you can go way over would be nice.
You guys control. Roll it right top button if we can.
Rolling out's a disaster too. I'd rather let her try a triple than that double that's left there right now. Maybe it's hard to tell where to roll.
You're aiming for just top button. I think that's pretty good, Russ.
Yeah, I think so.
Have to score if they get it to the center line.
Wait, 10-5. 10-5. 10-5.
Curl it over. Help it up. Karwati. Cut it over. Now can he just roll over? Oh, and will it sit down eventually? It does.
Perfect. I think that was the safest spot over there.
I thought they'd indicated maybe just leaving it top 4.
Yeah. Top 4 there might have been a feather double, triple.
Yeah, I don't know if she's give it. It's like it doesn't look like I'm throwing
good out of your hand. I thought it was fine. I thought that was less than your other one. Yeah. But if your other one was like heavier than that, then maybe it makes sense. But yeah.
Facing 3, must have.
Great force by Canada.
Trying to keep themselves alive. Manitoba.
Easy. Whoa. Clean.
Just dust it. Nurse it.
Easy, clean. Yep.
And good, as she'll roll it right to the pin. So Manitoba picks up the single, but it will be Canada with Last Rock coming home, looking to lock up a spot in the playoffs. Kristen McCush in a 7th appearance at the Scotties, throwing the lead stones for the Manitoba champions out of the Fort Rouge. Skipped by Caitlin Laws. Forced to the single in 9, so they have the lead of that all-important Last Rock. The hammer belongs to Team Canada and Carrie Einarson playing the Red Stones. A win tonight will put them into the playoffs. Remembering again, just 3 teams out of the pool of 9 will advance.
Line's good.
That classic situation.
A little for line.
One down with 2 center guards up by Laws. Everybody was coming up light on the in turn going down.
Get it by. Go. Hard. Hard. Go. Hard. Great weight, Kristen. Good weight.
Great try.
Good sweep.
Again, it's about not dropping to 4, Kathy, and Saint Georges is facing a bit of a mess here.
Well, the shot stone on the 4-foot was a wonderful shot that Lori St. George made on her first one. She tapped her own stone back and moved the Northern Ontario stone back. So this is an attempt for 2, but Krista McCarville has blocked off the front of the 4-foot, so very difficult to get in for the second point.
One red.
So 1 only. And McCarville scratching to keep themselves alive. Up by 2 with Last Rock.
Bit of a challenge here for Team Canada. The corner guard didn't curl quite enough. It's in the way of the draw path to the middle. With the center line guards being in the way, you can't come around from inside out. It's tough to use that guard.
Yeah, you have to go wide side.
Yep.
Whoa, clean, yep. Right to it, right to it. Good. It's not on.
Yeah.
Do you like hitting it still?
That's what we were thinking, yeah.
Okay, right on the nose. Same weight.
You got it.
Could play the come around here, but respecting the hitting ability of Team Canada.
Yes.
You make a come around good, you just make the run back and stick it, and that's their first point.
I love making this a yellow one.
Yeah, it's good. Yes.
Jocelyn Peterman. What a scrub. What a brush.
Nice.
To save it.
Good sweep.
Good sweep.
Nice toes, Joss.
Goodies.
Is that good?
What do you mean?
Making a run. They're going to wrap.
Yeah.
It's hard to make that draw right
It's
now.
either that or you come like right here.
Yeah. Come there and
Okay.
stick
If
out
we
a hair
peel
and
that,
make
then
the
it's
run.
not, they're gonna loop.
I don't know.
I agree.
I think we're in it. We gotta
Yeah, okay.
time.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah. Too many guards to peel.
You could even hit again. And you've got 2 corners, technically.
We're gonna run that guard. We're gonna run the guard and roll to the
We
red.
got to make
roll to the red.
contact then, or I'm playing a run.
Yeah, no, it's we have to play this shot.
Could try and like
Yeah, like I was thinking.
like go at this, but
Yeah.
like
Yellow onto one of the yellows, roll to a corner.
okay.
If you make contact with any of the yellows, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
So I
draw.
want like right there.
Yeah.
Like 7/8. Yeah.
7/8.
Even peeling the top is okay. Try to make the middle one is great.
Yeah.
Kathy, you and I have chatted throughout the week about the differences in the coaches and their approaches.
Yes.
Reed is very definite. Comes out,
I like
bang.
that.
This is what I want you to do. I'm the coach. This is what I see.
We still have a
You know, you
timeout
see
too, right?
others.
Okay.
Marcel a
Confirm
little
that.
bit will give options. Glenn gives options to Jones. But no, he is the most direct, isn't he?
Well, he really is. Francois Robert said to us yesterday that they've asked him to give some suggestions, but Reed is much more decisive about what he thinks, and almost always, I can't think of a time when they didn't listen to what he said.
Whoa!
It's a tough double, though.
But make contact with something.
Whoa.
Oh, and they don't.
Okay.
Yikes. Reed's dead right. He's trying to open it up. There would have been enough rocks to score your 2. You only need 1 guard to get your 2. So that's what he's thinking, is don't box yourself in. But it was a long run back. Could have hit that yellow on the left and had a couple reds you could use.
See, top button.
Okay. So what are we thinking here?
We haven't been here in a bit, but I think that's
14.5?
4.5. Yeah.
Let's make it.
You like that, Kristen?
Yep.
You got it, buddy.
Both teams have had a hard time with draw placement. Make a good one here.
It's got to be a hair slower on this side, doesn't it?
Wait,
Yeah,
close.
haven't seen a lot heavy.
A little heavy.
Whoa!
Back 4. Okay, well,
That's moving.
Becky.
No!
Heavy curl.
Curl!
Becky, curl.
You gotta go!
Come on. Really gotta curl.
Oh!
Come on.
Peterman. Oh, no, no, no,
Keep
no.
going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
And spill it.
Sweet.
They'll get it in.
Here we go now, though. That's the break that Team Canada was looking for.
13-9. 13-9?
Yep.
Back 8 probably?
Yeah.
But they're going to play to the wings, huh? Behind the red card, Joe.
Yeah, and if this is made, you might see Team Laws ignore it all and just come around the staggered situation in the middle.
Yes.
Well, and that's to my point without asking. Why wouldn't Canada go there first, Russ?
Bit of room.
And they could have. There's no reason why they can't.
If you can.
This is easier, number one.
Room. There
They're in a bit of trouble here because there's a couple yellow taps. There's a come around for Caitlin. They just want to bury something. This is the easiest way to do it.
If this buried, then you can blast the middle if a good one's made in the middle.
Hard.
Got your extra point now.
Look at that curl. What a great camera angle there.
Nice shot. Great sweep.
Oh, you took notice of that statistic. So since
Nice shot,
the
Val.
first
Nice shot.
Scotties, they had scored a deuce in every game
Okay, 14-5?
throughout the wins. And this year they've already had 2 games, including this one, where they haven't scored a deuce.
Interesting.
Team Canada.
Caitlin's got that yellow whenever she wants it, so I like this outturn option. And you keep both sides alive here. Just don't be heavy, and they won't be after throwing it the first time.
Yep.
If you can give a player the same shot twice in a row, they're not going to miss it the second time.
So just a
tad heavy last time, and it tracked on the guard, and it's looking like it again.
Got to get it off that guard. Oh dear, they did. Question is, where will it stop now? And that brushing takes it all the way back. And it'll sit now as second shot.
Those slid nicely.
Yeah, sort of caught, Joe, right? I mean, if you don't brush it, you crash. You brush it, it goes deep.
Yeah, they were trying to carve that. Sometimes that takes a bit of weight off, too.
If I go like here.
And then just keep leaving her this.
Do we ever double peel the middle?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, if they ever sit on us, it's gonna be hard for us to get to.
Unless we go this way.
I'd have to like jam it.
Unless we go that way, but then we might kiss that in.
Like try rolling them both and just guard the heck out of that one, I guess. Yeah, I just don't know where I put that.
You could hit half val and like jam it here and.
Yeah.
Like even if you do tick this guy over, it's not terrible.
It's a pretty good call. Yeah. They got the rock they need to win.
I don't mind trying to put another one in front of that one, but if we're happy with that, then we give that a go.
It's pretty buried.
Yeah. Okay. They're just. I can't even come around the middle. She just slices that and doubles ours. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this a lot.
Yeah, it is pretty overburied.
Yeah, you got it.
Spills back to what Reed was trying to do, is give them a chance down the center.
Yeah, Carrie's point. You don't really need to worry about rolling for more corners. That red rock behind the corner is going nowhere. It's overburied.
3/4 nuts.
But I like opening up the middle.
A lot of teams really get boxed in these situations. They start panicking. They got to get one buried, and you got to remember that you got to make that last shot. One good come around by Caitlin Laws, and you don't win the game.
Whoa. No. Curl. 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 Over the top.
Whoa. Okay.
Hey, that's okay.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Yep.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Pretty good.
That's fine.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Almost corner froze it over there. That would have been ugly.
Timeout been called by Manitoba, so Connor Negavan.
First thought's a guard. Yeah.
Straight guard.
Good game, good luck.
Well, we have a second final, Kathy, and it's a big win for Northern Ontario.
Well, Northern Ontario played very well tonight. On her final stone, Laurie St. George had to stick around and rolled out to the wings, and so Krista did not have to throw her final stone.
So McCarville and Northern Ontario
Yeah, or you can go back
go
that.
to 4 and 3.
Go back there too.
3 and 4 Quebec.
If you place the guard good here, choke it off of that red, right? Yeah, choke the red off.
I think you could be over even a little more. Yeah. Or deeper. Yeah. Here, deeper.
There's lots of time.
Yeah, put it in a good spot,
As long as
girls,
you
so
can't
if you
chase
need
it,
to
that's
use
all.
it to bury, you can, okay? Like nice and broom length out.
Where do we think for ice here?
4.5 on. Here, Con, you still got 30.
You could sit 2, go back
Curl this
4,
in.
and then if there's a double mate, it jams on that red one we're looking at.
Speed's nice here.
I hate throwing a guard, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just you're going right through the middle
I don't
here.
hate a hair extra. Yeah, there you go.
And you've got kind of a guard helping you, like, you can.
Yeah, they want it. You don't want it to be too high and leave a chase between Canada, but too tight, they might run it.
These are the ones that you just soften it a bit because you're throwing a guard, and it just takes off down the center. Taking a lot of ice, though.
You got it.
You'd rather leave a port than an overcurl.
Skip Stones in 10. Caitlin Laws leads it by 1.
Line's good. Lean. A little higher than Broom's lane. A little higher than your Broom.
It's sliding.
Yeah, they talked about Broom's length out.
Curl.
and they'll close the hole.
Just perfect.
Nice throw, Caitlin.
Thanks, good sweep.
Sweep you.
Nice, that girl. Nice throw.
Make her go that side, but. Do you like this?
Yep.
Okay. Thinking there. Like she took there for her guard. She's pretty soft with it, hey?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Ideally buried up here, but that's impossible. So just get it hidden. The guard's closer to the center line than the rock in the ring, so just get it by, and there's that long angle raise later if they need it.
Love that.
That ran pretty predictable.
Yeah, the guard they thought was a little bit higher than it ended up being. It looked like it ran up to speed.
Good surface.
Yeah, despite all the concern of heat, it's held up, hasn't it?
It has. It really has.
Einarson first. Karwacki. Now again.
Back four. Oh, we're men. Whoa.
Oh dear. And a little deeper than they had hoped as it finally settles back 8.
Shot rock.
Stop just in time. So.
What was that?
They managed that really well.
Yes.
Well, look at this. Newfoundland and Labrador. Kathy plays spoiler.
Stacey Curtis made a wonderful shot on her final one, facing 4, made a double roll behind a guard, and that forced Selena Sturmey to draw better, and she went deep. So Stacey did not have to throw her last rock.
So that's the first loss for Alberta and Sturmey. 6-1. The key is that they do have that tiebreaker against Team Canada. They beat the Canadians, so if it comes down to it that they should be tied, it would be advantage Sturmey.
That also ran predictably. It's beautiful.
Final stone, Manitoba.
Top 4, top 8. Okay, you need to bite the 4 to be shot. Top 4. Line's good. Top 4.
Line's good.
Clean.
T-line.
Whoa.
Whoa, then. Kristen.
Gotta
Kristen,
curl.
you gotta go.
Need some finish here.
Hard, Kristen. Push. Keep going.
Weight was perfect. Just didn't get the curl that Carrie Einarson got on hers.
Left ice. Weight was perfect.
Yeah, great speed.
It was significantly wider line than they were hoping for.
It's
Yeah, you got perfect.
it's not a gimme though, is it? It's
Oh, I can't believe that didn't curl.
anything high side, you're ticking your own.
You like that with hack?
Getting to the nose, you've got to be pretty close to that guard. Softer weight, better here. I think a back 8 would be the play. I heard hack. That's a ton of weight.
Final stone on a chance to put themselves into the playoffs.
11-5.
Clean. Bump.
Bolt. Clean.
Bump.
Yep.
Bump.
Clean only if you're up. Whoa, curl. Curl.
Now helping it over. Here you go, Karwacki now holding it up. Get it by. They did. Here we go. What do you got? You got the playoffs. Team Canada will advance. Make the final 6-5 to improve their record to 6-1. And Laws now 3-4. Well managed. You know, it's funny watching that come down the ice. I thought they were a little confused, Karwacki and Burchard, but it worked out well. Yeah, they punched their ticket for the playoffs. We'll update the standings as it becomes a lot more clear. One day of round robin play remain.
The 2024 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Scotties Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Congratulations, Mom. And you know, we got the autographs of Team Saskatchewan, too. So they're in, Team Canada. Yeah. It's been that kind of week. It was a difficult start, and now they find themselves with 4 losses. You know, we had mentioned that Einarson earlier this week failed to score a deuce. When does she get the deuce? When she needed it most. In 10. As Laws actually outcurls Carrie Einarson. The game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. Along with Coach Glenn Howard, Jennifer Jones, Lauren Lenentine, looking at the Stones and getting ready to practice here on this Wednesday night. All right, so let's check Pool B first. We know that Homan and Jones are in, and it'll be McCrane, Grandy, Smith, and Cameron for the final spot. 4s are out. Sturmey 6-1, Einarson 6-1. It is Sturmey that has the advantage. The tiebreaker beat Einarson early. McCarville, Brown. McCarville a win tomorrow against Laws, and they're in. Lose, Brown, lose, 4s may still be involved. It could be a messy finish. The easiest thing to suggest, though, and tell you, is McCarville win, and they'll grab the 3rd spot. So, trying to keep themselves in the mix. We know in Pool B, 4 is out. Kate Cameron, Heather Smith, Manitoba, Nova Scotia, 10:30 tomorrow. Oh boy. Calculators. Slide rules. Remember? No, you wouldn't have remembered the slide rule. You need $1 here to figure out who's going through with the Scotties and all of it on Canada's sports leader, TSN.